All right, episode 700. This one snuck up on me. It is actually the same day that this video is going to be released. So typically I record them a few days in advance. I remember doing the first time. The first time I did this was episode 200. So it's been 500 episodes since that one. And yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do today still, so I'm not going to get too deep in stories and things of this nature, but what I will do is just kind of recap what I've been doing here. I'm about to finish up Make It Stick. That series, I'm doing a final exam with ChatGPT currently, and it's been quite a long journey, over 4 months now. So that'll be cool to complete. I think that's pretty much one of the most important books anyone could really master for a general book, a general purpose, general audience book. I'm about to finish up my LPO course, landing page optimization, through cxl.com. That will be done probably the same day or a day before Make It Stick, so that will really free up a lot of time. I've started playing more guitar recently. I'm using Will Leavitt's Berklee book that they use in Berklee School of Music for their actual guitar majors, I believe. So that's cool. It's really, really deep guitar. We're talking like I'm learning, ninth chords, diminished chords, a major 9/6 or something along those lines. Reading in different keys. So I know the key of C major, A minor. I know that key. I know the key of G major. That is with F's are sharped. I know F major, B's are flat, and then D major, which F's are sharped and C's are sharped, I believe. So I know about 4. I can read about in 4 now, and now I'm actually working also in another position. So open position or position 1 of the guitars where I only play guitar essentially forever, and now I'm working in position 2, so you move up 1 fret. So your index finger lands on the 2nd fret notes. Cool. Okay. Yeah. That's fun. I play drums occasionally. I've been getting more into that when I'm back at home. I've got a drum set, so it's just playing like some fun stuff. Like Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day the other day. Been trying to learn some Sublime. That's a lot more complex, fast. But yeah, drums feel a lot simpler. I really like drums. I love the feeling. I love the sound. I love the big motor movements and like the movement and rhythm. But yeah. Anki, not Anki, make.com. We are in the advanced course on pagination right now. This is course 3 of the advanced kind of bigger course. There's another course after it on AI agents, so maybe I'll take the 5th course. So we had Make Foundations, which I completed, Make Basics, which I completed, Make Intermediate, which I completed, and we're going to Make Advanced, and then Make AI Agents. So maybe I'll do that one as well. I've already come this far. Linear algebra, we just hit day 100 today, so that's cool. So about 50 hours of learning linear algebra. I've been going very slowly and meticulously through it, so I've really only learned about matrices and linear systems still at this point. Currently, finding the inverse of a matrix or an inverse matrix. That's a big one. And then there's this idea of theorem of what do they call it? Equivalence, theorem of equivalence. So if you know some things, you know other things. So if you know that, what were they? If you know that a matrix reduced Rashomon form is the identity matrix, then you know, I think you know it's invertible. If you know that, then you know it's it's something about the trivial solution. You know, it's either trivial, only has the trivial solution, or has multiple solutions. I think you know it only has a trivial solution then, maybe? Yeah. You know, if it's a homogeneous linear system, then it's only got the homogeneous linear system. It's only got the trivial solution, I believe. And if you know any one of those three, you know the other three are also true. It's equivalence theorem. And there's one other thing. So you got to talk about reduced rational form and the identity matrix, a homogeneous linear system and trivial solution, invertibility, and then what would be another one? I can't remember the fourth. Something along those lines. It's been a while since I've recalled that equivalence theorem. We've been working with more and more proofs, so that's cool. Yeah. Okay. Computer science, that's been going well. We're in computer science 1, week 7 now. So we've been learning how to program in Python. Yeah, getting decently competent. We're learning about lists. Recently learned about loops and lists. So yeah, we're getting through a lot of the basic structures and concepts of Python and programming, so that's cool. And yeah, that's pretty much those. The business is going really well. We've got like 4 people who are pretty interested in working with us. We've currently got 3 clients now, so we could have up to 7 clients pretty soon here. So a lot of cash flow. We just talked to a Google Ads expert who has logged and billed 40,000 hours on consulting and Google Ads work on Upwork. So that guy was pretty cool to talk to. We're looking at hiring outsourcing work overseas to Philippines. So we're looking at that. Facebook ads, we're looking to get a video editor for Meta ads. We may start getting into YouTube advertising as well, potentially soon. May hire a copywriter and a landing page designer, and maybe even build out websites. So there's a lot of things to do and think about there. That's going well. As far as how I think about school and learning, I think once I finish up, I know I want to read Mindset by Carol Dweck in a similar way that I read Make It Stick. I think that's a very, very, very high leverage book, high potential book, just like Make It Stick, universally applicable, super valuable. I don't know if I'll do it right away, but at some point I would like to do that. Maybe I'll wait until I finish make.com or something like that to start that. Because once these next 2, we finish up Make It Stick and we finish up landing page optimization, I might focus more on actually just spending that time working on the business, but at least for one of the blocks. But I want to add another block where I begin to start actually looking to get into research in my university. I think my path is pretty clear as far as the direction I want to go down. I want to get into basically artificial intelligence and reinforcement learning, and even potentially robotics alongside of reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is it's everything I've ever really thought about was interesting. It's the fabric that underlies evolutionary biology and evolution, and it's what underlies learning and neuroscience and growth mindset, and it's what underlies as well as compound interest and compounding. So yeah, reinforcement learning is essentially you build systems that get rewarded for certain things, and punished for certain things, so that, and then you let the kind of take your hands off and let the system evolve to maximize its own rewards. So I think that's the future of AI, and super powerful AI, and I think it's the future of, and super powerful AI is the future of almost every industry. So that's where I want to go down. And so kind of there's a lot more foundational classes I need to take, and skills I need to master, including calculus, probability and statistics, um, linear algebra, maybe even some other math, such as like higher math, potentially. More computer science courses, data structures, machine learning, uh, reinforcement learning. Um, There's another type of learning I'm forgetting now, for training MLs, or AIs and machine learning models, LLMs. Not all LLMs, though, no. There's a large language model, no. AIs. And yeah, maybe even some physics. But yeah, my major is AI right now. I plan to actually become a double major in AI and math. And so, but getting into research is going to be super valuable for getting myself into an ecosystem that is more um, cutting edge, more potential. Yeah, there's more going on, more resources, more mentors, um, higher, iron sharpens iron, so more competitive students. Yeah, and so if I could transfer potentially to another undergrad like MIT or something like that, that kind of ecosystem would have a lot more opportunities for things like research, reinforcement learning, research in AI training, and robotics, and things of this nature. Because I know, like, reinforcement learning, AI, simulations, robotics, like that's where I want to be. That's where everything I've been learning has been leading to, mostly unconsciously. So yeah, one step at a time. And the step right now is to continue to build my business, get more entrepreneurial skills, um, maybe even develop some reserves of cash and capital, um, and develop computer science skills. So I'm in computer science one, continue developing those, and yeah, keep getting some of these meta skills like learning how to learn. And so next semester, the plan would probably be, okay, I've taken one semester or one course this semester, computer science one. Let's definitely take computer science two. Probably take trig as well, because I took trig in high school. I took calc 1 through 3 in high school, but I took pre-calc in high school. But a lot of these things I didn't feel like I learned very well. I didn't do a homework. I cheated on a lot of stuff. I got by. Didn't really focus on learning. Wasn't a big priority. I also had some bad mindset around intelligence, and work and effort and failure. So I had way less of a growth mindset than I do now. So I'd like to continue to develop these foundational skills. I'm currently just teaching myself pre-algebra at night. Just not teaching myself, but reviewing some of the main ideas, doing some complex like math competition problems around the field, making sure I lay a super solid foundation of basic understanding of numbers, arithmetic, manipulating numbers, relationships between values and symbols, and algebra in general. And so that's something I'm doing on my own, but also I've taken multiple courses that are like foundational. And so I started at the most basic math at a community college, and last semester I continued in that. So I went for math for liberal arts majors. Last semester I took pre-calc algebra. Now the next stage is trig, and then it would be back to calculus. So the plan right now, I think, is take computer science 2 next semester, take trig next semester, that really keeps building towards the real strong pillars of AI, computer science, and math. And then also get involved in research. So yeah, I'm gonna probably start looking into some labs and how to get into research for next semester. Any research at this point next semester would probably be a beneficial thing, but the more aligned it is with AI, reinforcement learning, computer science, programming, numbers, computational stuff, the better. Robotics, even optimization, engineering, computational type stuff, that's the best. Otherwise, I can potentially try to get into really anything in STEM. I think it will be beneficial to get into a research lab and get experience. So the next place to look would be in neuroscience, since I know neuro 1 and 2. If there's something along the lines of computational neuroscience, anything involving computers in neuroscience, anything involving learning in neuroscience research, that would be right up there with what I can do, the best stuff I can do. So yeah, that's the kind of the goal, the plan for next semester is computer science 2, intro computer science 2, trig, and then research. So yeah, still reading Lord of the Rings. I'm in the Two Towers, about halfway through that. They're like in Isengard. The Ents have destroyed Isengard, and they're kind of just chilling. They just like Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas just met up again with Merry and Pippin. So that's kind of where I'm at in the story if you read it. So I think Saruman is up in the Orthanc Tower, maybe by himself. Like the Ents have trapped him. They just flooded Isengard and destroyed all like the furnaces and machines and everything. So yep, that's pretty much it for episode 700. Guess I'll talk to you in episode 800. See ya.